welcome to the D3 meetup, and we're going to get right into it. First, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over a helpful insight that I would like to share with you all when it comes to matters of dealing with the heart. And then after this, we're going to get straight into the Q&A. This session is going to be about 30 minutes, so I want to move really quick. The frequency for the Q&A questions or the Q&A session is going to be personal development. So if you have any questions when it comes to dealing with some issues in your life that you're facing, when it comes to understanding yourself more, learning yourself more, your path in life, these types of questions, I'll be more than happy to help you out with. I'm going to do a short piece with you guys first, and while I'm doing this section, you guys can write out your questions. Let's begin. When it comes to the heart, what I want everyone to keep in mind is the heart is actually innocent. It's really the brain that's being so cluttered. The heart has its own, you can call it, intelligence system. And it's operating, doing its own thing. And what happens is that the brain is what's getting in the way. Why? Because that's the way that they set it up here in third dimension. The way that they intended it to happen is the way that it's manifesting now. You see, when people were going to school, they thought it was all about passing and failing. Nope, that's not what it was. You see, they didn't care which way your education went, whether you passed, you failed, you got straight A's, you got straight F's, they didn't give a shit. It wasn't about that. What was more important to the system is programming your mind the way that they want it to work. Programming the mind the way that they want it to think. And what is this way? This is the way of the intellect. I'm sure you've heard it before. There's 3 levels: knowledge, wisdom, understanding. True understanding is where we're intending to get to. The way that they set it up is that they want everybody to stay on the intellect or the knowledge level. We're in the information age. There's information pouring everywhere, and yet people are still having trouble applying it. Why? Because that's not the way it was set up. They want people to stay on that intellect, that information level. They just want you to keep reading posts. They want you to go on Facebook and look at this, current events. They want you to go on television. They want you to gossip. They want you to do all the bullshit that has nothing to do with you actually making a transformation and a change in your life. And this is the way it was set up. They want people dealing with the way that the education system set it up, which is multiple choice. A, B, C, or D. You see, the system already knows what you're going to choose because they have you in multiple choice boxes. Okay, there's a riot. Well, we know they're going to either do A, B, C, or D. Hurricane. Oh, well, we already know what you're going to do. A, B, C, or D. Another black person got shot. Oh, well, we already know what they're going to do. A, B, C, or D. This is the way that they have it set up. And they already plotted out your actions. This is done by design. Because why? People are dealing with intellect. And in intellect, it's all information. So the information is already put into these little cookie cutter boxes for people. You go to college, they got the same shit set up. They got these shelves. You want to major in this? Okay, we got this for you. You're good at math? Well, this is the math section. And they got it all planned out for people. I know a guy I did a Skype session with. He says that he was really good at math. So he went to college and did engineering. And when he was doing it, he realized that he doesn't like engineering. And he quit after he wasted so much time and so much money. Why? Because if you listen to your heart, and your heart says, I like something. And then you take that information to your brain, to your intellect, and decide to now interact with the matrix. Is going to fuck you up. Why? Because the matrix was designed to give you the cookie cutter decisions. So you'll say, oh, I like math. Like the guy said, I like math. And then you goes to be an engineer and fucks everything up. Okay? So let me get off that tangent. We'll continue with where I was at. All right. So they want you to think with the intellect, and the reason why is because they don't want you thinking with your imagination. They don't want you thinking outside of the box. You see, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Wisdom is your application. Wisdom is you now taking the information inside and saying, what am I going to do with this now? How is this going to apply to my life? That's what it's about. But they don't want you doing that in school. You see, when you were in school and you started daydreaming, they went, hey, wake the fuck up. Snap out of it. Johnny's daydreaming again. I'm going to write a note to your mother. Always daydreaming in class. Motherfucker, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be daydreaming because that is the meditation process. That is you taking the information and internalizing it. It doesn't matter if you are daydreaming about spaceships. That's not the way the subconscious mind works. It's not supposed to work the same way in a logical line, a linear line. That's the way this matrix is set up. They want you to think linear. It's not the way it works. If you're in a fucking science class and you start thinking about fucking aliens and you start daydreaming, great. That's where your subconscious mind took you. You're supposed to be okay with that. But that's not where the matrix wants you to be. They want you to stay focused on what they're doing because they don't want you going inside and tapping within for another alternative that they didn't make up for their multiple choice options for you. You see, if somebody got shot, if Trayvon Martin got shot, and you listen to your conscious mind, you're going to do what the fuck everybody else is doing. Oh, let's go outside and wave signs. Oh, it's so sad that we lost another person. Oh, it's the system. Let's go out and protest. Oh, let's go pray. All kinds of shit. Except what? Except going within and seeing how that information affects you. How it applies to your personal evolution. This is what it's really about. So anyways, that's the way the system set it up. They don't want people in their imaginations. They don't want them in their daydreaming. They don't want them applying wisdom. They want them staying on that lower level of intellect. All right. Now, this kind of thinking takes people away from the heart. Obviously, if they're thinking intellectual, well, last time we did this when that happened. Well, the TV said to do this. The Matrix said to do this. The government said to do this. My friend said to do this. My mother said to do that. Peer pressure says this. This takes people away from the heart. I put up a poster in the group earlier today. It said, emotions are very important when it comes to a healthy evolution. In the heart, you're going to be able to gain access to your emotions, your heart and your gut, right? Now, of course, yes, emotions are still dealing with third dimension. However, we can use emotions as a tool to tap into the spirit. You can use your emotions as a tool, as a gateway to your self-discovery. Know thyself. That's what it's about. Your heart, your gut is going to give you these emotions that you can use, that you can take into meditation with you and learn more about your situation, your insight, whatever it is. This is what it's for. Why would you waste such a great tool? Why would you listen to the Matrix and when it says when you're angry, react like this? When you're happy, act like this. Why would you listen to them? Fuck them. Take that emotion, go into your meditation with it, and know thyself more. Learn more about who you are. The emotions are triggers to your insight. This is what you take with you into your meditations. All right. So we're gonna wrap this section up. I just want to end it off with saying that keep in mind the heart is not selfish. It's the ego. The ego is of the third dimension. When I say heart, I'm dealing more with your gateway into your spirituality in a sense. When we listen more to our hearts and to our higher selves, the ego has to take a back seat. When a person is not expecting a certain result from any situation that they're dealing with in third dimension, that's when the intentions become pure. And then everything is fresh and new, and you can continue your evolution. All right, I'm going to take some questions. Let's see what you guys typed in. Okay, cool. Ty has put some stuff in. The system already knows what you're doing. A, B, C, D. Truth. Okay, cool. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you, Umar. Ty, how do we clarify our purpose? Well, there's many tools a person can use. Something that comes to mind right now is, first you can ask yourself, what would you do if you didn't have to worry about money? If money wasn't an issue, if money wasn't an option, money wasn't an issue for you, what would you do with your time? Okay? 1 second. You should be doing things for their own sake instead of with the eye on the profit. When you can do it from that pure intention and say, I would do this regardless, whatever happens, then it's from a pure place that has its own energy. You could tap into that energy. That energy is abundant. And from there, then you could say, okay, now I'm going to figure out how to apply this to making money, how I'm going to apply this to making a profit. Because it's coming from a pure source, a pure place. We live in the matrix ultimately, and yes, I understand that you need money to eat, but when it comes to your purpose or your path, you want to do it from a place where that motivation is consistent. It'll never go away. And the best way to know about what this is think about in your own life how you could help yourself. That's really the way it works. How and what areas of your life would you like to improve? And where do you feel like you would like to get better in? And that's a good start, because you're going to have motivation in that department. And you're not going to want to quit because you're going to feel like you want to really accomplish this thing. That's a good start. Okay? Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, Ty, we're going to be sticking with questions on personal development for right now. Okay? You can ask me that question inside of the SOD chat. All right? Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, Ty, we're going to be sticking with questions on personal development for right now. Okay? You can ask me that question inside of the SOD chat. All right? You're welcome, brother. No problem. If you had a question, what would it be? Ty says, I've been waking up at like 10 a.m., sleeping at 2 a.m. I've been waking up at 10. Okay, cool. Is there something about that you're asking about, Ty? I feel like 10 a.m. is hella late. Okay. Cool. Is that it? Or you have some more to type in? That's it. Okay, cool. So, okay, cool. So, Ty, if you feel 10 a.m. is late, then why do you feel it's late? Like, because not everybody feels that way. You feel this way for a certain reason. Why do you feel 10 a.m. is late for you? What makes it late? What are you feeling? What's the emotion that you're feeling? I get some other. You said BC wakes up at 5:30. Yeah, I get that. That's fine. But that's someone else. Remember, we're not here to compare ourselves to anybody else in our reality. This is our reality. Okay? So you, as the owner of your own reality, sets your own schedule and makes your own decisions. So, based on your reality and how it works for you, how do you feel about waking up at that time? Is there an issue with that besides someone else is waking up at a different time? Because I don't see an issue with that. The only issue that's going to be there is the issue that you have about it and that you create. And just like you just said, when we tapped into it more, you said it's about someone else that you know wakes up at 5:30, like almost 5 hours earlier than you. So what? What does that have to do with your personal evolution is the question that I'm asking. Because only you can answer that question. It's not right or wrong until you decide what's right or wrong. Okay, you said you want more success, and sleep is for the weak. Okay, Ty. Last night we had the SOD lecture, and I know you had to step out a little early, but we went over this. We talked about how you have to take out time for the pendulum to swing. Your intention is the pendulum swinging forward, and then when it swings back the other way, we have to create what that means. So intention, and then as it swings back the other way, is now a time of rest and peace. So you have to make time for rest and peace and meditation and all that kind of stuff. You have to make time for this. This is the way that the universe works. It's the principle of rhythm. So you have to be okay with this. Okay, let me see what you put here. Ty says, wow, agreed. Okay, cool. Okay, so Ty, we're going to end it off there because I see what's happening, and we're going to get into answering some other questions. But I understand where you're going with it, brother, and we're going to have to pick this up outside of the chat. You are welcome to set up a Skype session with me, or we can catch it on the next one. All right, brother? But I'm sure you understand that first part that we went over and what it means, right? You are the creator of your own reality. You set the rules. You set the schedule. Okay, cool. Okay, got it. Now let's move back up. Let me see. Eoin says, when I thought I figured out my purpose, I doubted myself, and now I don't feel as if it's what I want to do. What should I do? Now, Eoin, your question got cut. Well, brother, the word that you said, doubt, is a very big word. And it's a very big key into your state of mind, okay? Why do you feel that you experience doubt? Where's the doubt? Because doubt is coming from a place of fear. We have to trace it back. So we have to tap into meditation and figure out, where is this doubt coming from? Is it doubt that we don't think we can make it? And then why? Why would a person think like that? Why would they say that to themselves? Okay? But just like what we went over in a session, if we said, okay, that's what we're going to focus on, then we'll realize that, well, no, I don't want to only focus on that. I want to focus on more. I want something bigger. And this is what it's about. We have to continue to find all of these things that align in the same area, the same department. So, Eoin, this is what we're going to be going over more in our Skype session the next time we have one, because for your situation, we're going to have to tap into what you already want to do in life, what you're already experiencing, what you want to become, what are you good at? And then we have to take all these things and point them in the same direction. And we talked about it already, which we're going to do the next time we get into the Skype session. And Eoin, I mean, ultimately, like I had said to Ty, That question of what would you do with your time if you didn't have to worry about money? What would you be doing with your time? You can constantly keep asking yourself this. You could take it deep into your meditations and ask, what would you do with your time on this planet if you didn't have to worry about money? Okay. Now Ty says, hold on a second. Ty, he only says, no worries. Send me a message when you're free. I'll make time. Okay, cool. Now, let me address something real quick. I asked, what would you do with your time if you didn't have to worry about money? Ty says, blowjobs. Now, he could be joking or he could be serious. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of us would look at that. Okay, Ty says he's very serious. Okay, now watch this. Let me show you something. You see, in our life, there are going to be many things that come up that are distractions, right? And we might go, okay, we have an intention, we have a plan, we have a purpose, but we also say to ourselves, oh, I would enjoy leisure. I would enjoy just chilling. I would enjoy just spending time, just relaxing, doing nothing, or, like Ty says, blowjobs, right? Now, what I want to emphasize here is that the blowjob, even though it's so great, it's polarized. It's polarized, right? The blowjob not only does nothing to, you could say, give back to the world or give back to your reality, but it's polarized. It has nothing to do with your personal transformation, personal evolution. So the blowjob or the leisure is more of being polarized. And this is something that we have to avoid. Ty says, I see it's in the middle. Yeah, you have to be balanced moving forward. And now our intention in life, right? Our intention is, like we talked about, the pendulum swings, right? So your intention swings to the left, and then to the right, you have to label what it means for you. That is the rest period. So it's your intention, rest. The pendulum must keep swinging, continue to swing, okay? And when it comes to blowjobs, that is polarized because it has nothing to. It's more of a desire that has nothing to do with our transformation. Okay? There's a bunch of things I can think about doing with my life and my time right now that has nothing to do with what I'm doing now. You know? Ty says blowjobs, right? Okay. You can easily go to one of these, another country where it's not that developed over there as far as how things are in the United States, and these other countries, they got women over there all the time that are giving blowjobs, right? But the question is, if a person goes on that path and says, "Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna go do that now the rest of my life," what exactly are they doing with their life? Are they actually doing something beneficial that has meaning and purpose, or is it something that's polarized and that'll cause a reincarnation cycle? Because obviously, you didn't do what you came here to do, because you resorted to the coping mechanism. Okay, Ty says, truth, I don't know my purpose. Okay, so again, these are things that we're going to have to take deeper in a different session, okay? One other thing that I really want to share with you guys, that's really important. Umar says that's deep. Okay, cool. Hold on. Because I know there's a bunch of stuff that I missed I have to go into. Let me share something with you guys. It's easy for a person to say or recognize fear. Oh, I feel fear. Now I'm going to stop. Don't be afraid. That's the easy part. And even though it's easy, people still deal with it, right? They still face fear. They're still getting caught up in fear. They realize it later on. They say, "Oh shit, I was afraid. That's why it happened." And through all of this, it's still easier than what I'm about to share with you now. You see, the fear polarizes a person, of course, and it'll fuck up a person's decisions in life. The more they deal in fears, the more their decisions are going to be compromised. Now, that is one side of the pendulum swing. What happens when it swings to the opposite side? Love. You see, what happens... You see, okay, I'm going to put it to you like this. When you say to me, if I didn't have to worry about money, I would just have blowjobs all day. That's not coming from a place of fear, is it? No, it's not. It's coming from a place of love. You're like, no, I actually would feel good just having blowjobs all day. Fuck it, let's just do it. And what you got to keep in mind is that the love, the emotions that a person feels, has to also be watched out for and caught. Because why? A lot of times people will take the love and they'll place it into another person outside of them and say, oh, I love that person. And they take away the love from themselves. Or they can be very extreme and love to play basketball. You see, it's the pendulum, the goal is to be at a point of balance. And when the person's dabbling in fear, they're this way, and when they're in love, they're this way. When they're in balance, then whatever emotions come to affect them, they still maintain their discipline and their composure. They don't let the emotions overwhelm them and take over and take control. When fear takes over, a person can freeze. When love takes over, what would happen? A person could become very, very attached to something, right? Some people might say, I just can't put down the video game. I love it. And then they'll justify it. They'll say, no, I actually feel good to play a video game. Another person will go, no, I just love strippers. I just love going to the strippers. Another person will go, but no, I feel good smoking crack. I just love crack. I just love it. And these things aren't coming from fear. They're coming from a place of love. We're like, shit, no, I feel good. And each person's different. One person could be emotionally charged by crack, smoking, drugs, playing basketball, blowjobs, whatever it is in their life. If they let that desire and that lust, because lust is coming from a place of love. If you lust something, that's love. You like, I feel good now, but the lust is a destructive coping mechanism because it's not necessarily healthy, because it's just one of the compartments of love, just as hate is one of the compartments of fear. So if we allow ourselves to be polarized in fear or love, then it can come back to bite us in the ass. So the goal is to stay balanced. It's not about, I would just have blowjobs all day, because that is being polarized in that emotion. And that is not staying true to the intention of why you're even here in the first place on this planet. All right? Okay. All right. We're about to end now. For those of you, I know a lot of you guys just came in late. I'm going to post this session up later. And we're gonna stop here. But we'll do some more sessions again. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, for those of you that are interested in doing Skype sessions, they are available. We can get into your questions on a more deep level. Just ask around. For anyone that has done a session with me, they'll tell you about how powerful they are. And also, I do classes. So if you have a question about a concept that you would like to understand more, like, meditation, death, spirits, whatever it is. Personal development, personal evolution. All of these topics are what we go over in a personal development group called the SOD. If you have questions about it or you're interested, just message me on Facebook and ask me about it, and then I'll let you know more, all right? Okay, now, I know that what we went over today was very helpful and benefited everybody, and we'll do more in the future, all right? Okay, as always, thank you for attending. Continue your evolution. Know your goal. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.